Sophs here and welcome back to my channel. Now I know it's been a while since I actually sat down and actually re-recorded a proper video for you guys, but a lot has been happening over the last 2 weeks, and yes, even though we're already 2 weeks into June, which I will explain in my first vlog of June, which I'm planning on filming after this video and the next video, so I'll go in more detail about it. But let's really reflect on May as it was. So you would have gotten 2 help vlogs, so you would have gotten one possibly on the 7th, or the 9th one will be on the 21st, which has been uploaded by now for you guys' time. I really wanted to work on these videos for this month, but it never really happened. So with my fitness journey begins again, blog starting and closing videos, I've only focused on the remaining video 8, 9 and 10, which goes into June, which I did work on all the days, but not on the actual closing and opening videos, which I plan on doing. I'm still actually writing a bunch of them up before I really go into detail. I never gotten around to filming the movie reviews, the TV series reviews at all, but I did start to film my Demi Lovato series Dancing with the Devil, which we'll get into in just a few ticks. So let's talk about round 3 of I Got Grip Inner Transformation with my course with my coach Rebecca Louise. Now I'm very proud of myself because I didn't give up. Now usually in the last 2 rounds I just gave up when it just got too much and when I never catched up on all of the particular daily tasks. Even though I did it for about a week, especially with the 1, 2, 3 morning and night journals, but from then on it became so complicated. But I did complete the majority of all of the daily tasks, which I was so very proud of. Some I never actually completed before. All of the mindset topics, which I was so proud of myself, especially with week 3 mindset topic, which if you want to join the next round, I will put the link down to my coach's website down in the description for you guys, and I highly recommend you joining the next round in October. Now I'm going to be reading off the 2 weeks that I did go through in the 4 weeks, because I actually posted it on my Instagram. I'm just trying to get to it. Well, the summary of week 1, and this is more off the top of my head, I definitely did do everything right, except for Friday. Everything was too overwhelming. My brother came home. We went and saw my nan in first time in over a year. And on the Friday, I had to take a day off, which I watched the finale of RuPaul's Drag Race season 13. I watched the first episode of RuPaul's Down Under, which I still have to watch myself. And that was just a brief summary of week 3. I did join the call and it was great. So week 2. Alright, so this was a period of May the 9th to May the 14th. Is that right or is that wrong? No, that's probably the wrong dates. That's okay, I think we all get where I'm coming from. So I got in my period on that particular Sunday, which will be our first call. I usually have multiple back pains because of it, and because of that I stayed in bed for the majority of the week. Stayed in bed, watch YouTube, stand, Prime Video, rest, do some gaming. On Wednesday, I wanted to go to my pity party, so I got dressed, put on some makeup, recorded the first vlog of May, which I felt very proud of, for my YouTube channel. Next, after that, I mostly rested for the entire rest of those 2 days, so I kept playing video games, watching Stan, YouTube, and also Prime Video. Now for Friday of that week, that was a very emotional day and also mentally exhausting because my aunt came over. She had a chat about our finances, which I didn't know how much she was already putting in, and it did feel a bit it just felt a little bit condescending a tiny bit, but we all take things very differently. Since then, I've taken a step to try and help out more around the house, which is fantastic. It definitely left me feeling upset, had anxiety, I was shaking, which would be my anxiety, and I did have thoughts of suicide when I was going to bed. And I try to deal with it my own way. Now, since I've been in counselling for over 10 years now, which is yay, I'm learning more about my emotions. I'm learning more how I can react to certain things, and that's the positive about treatment. You know, the negative thing is that you have to go through those feelings to get to the positive things, you know, and that is just how treatment is. You can't cut corners, you can't go around it, you have to feel those feelings to get past it. So I had to sleep on it that night, and in the morning, well, we'll go to that in a sec. Now, on the Friday, I was originally going to do the first episode of my Demi Lovato Dancing with Demi Lovato series, but when that happened with my aunt, because I was actually going to film it that day, I was not in the right headspace at all whatsoever. So I had to call it a night, because when you're feeling those feelings and then go to another feeling of emotion and no one's actually home for you, it makes it so much more complicated, and it was not good. At the beginning of Friday, it was great watching Prime Video, watching my favorite Twitch streamer, Unstoppable Giggle, which I will check his Twitch stuff down below for you guys. Highly recommend you going and watch him. He's pretty cool. I actually did my first 3 months of actually subscribing to him, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what's more that he has to offer. And then that day I had to put myself to bed. So on Saturday was a brand new day. I rewatched my week 7 training with Cass and Steve, which I was in hot seat. It did make me feel so much better than what happened on Friday, which is actually a good thing, so I can take myself away from it. And one of the things that I did address on that was how me and my aunt communicate, and it was a good thing to go back and rewatch it, and it actually helped me put myself back into perspective, which is fantastic. Watch more of the Unstoppable Giggle Twitch streams. Then after that, I slowly started to record the first 3 videos on my Demi Lovato Dancing with the Devil documentary series, episode 1, Losing Control. So this is what's going to happen with this particular series. You're going to get 3 videos. One is mainly just to introduce how I'm feeling before watching it and doing a massive check-in, because I know the first 2 episodes are going to be very incredible, heavy ones because of how I remember how I was when I found out that David overdosed. And I decided to do massive check-in. So I'm going to use my video sort of how I would be doing it this weekend, because I'm planning on recording another one. So basically there's a script for it, so you have a little detail about what's really been happening. Then I'll go back and watch all of the first episode, which I've already done by that point. Then we have how am I feeling before watching this particular episode. So what am I grateful for today, how I'm nourishing myself today, how am I moving my body today, and who am I checking in on or connecting with today. So this is for the first video and also for the last video. So when it comes to my reaction video, now I gotta be very careful because of copyright and everything as well. Now I have chatted to a couple of YouTubers who have reacted to some of Demi Lovato's stuff, but it doesn't get more copyrighted until the third one, because apparently in that video you see the performance of the Grammys, and I will be I will mute myself for it, but I will edit everything into it, so what happened, how I felt that day, and to go from there, because I know I'll probably be getting copyright from it, because one, in this particular space of recording the first episode the week after, I learned how to screen record on my computer, and that's how I got the screenshots for Something Complicated and the directors, and including the bonus content, and including the episodes and the trial of it as well. So I'm going to be very careful, and that is what I'm going to do. And what I also do after, when I watch the reaction video, you'll see how I feel straight after when I'm watching it, and then I'll go back, rewatch it, and it's still going to be emotional again, but I'm going to really sit and do notes, then tell you, and then there's going to be another check-in, which is basically what I do for all of the videos, and I'm doing this more to protect my mental health. Yes, there'll be warnings throughout the whole video, because I go and I actually go and put warnings in the videos, which I've already done for the reaction part of it, so for one part of it, but that's sort of what's really been happening with that. Let's see, the last one that I did for this week. So once I watched the episode, it was very emotional for me. I know it did 2 self-care check-ins, as I put in here, which is on my Instagram, by the way, and ended up going to bed once I was done, and I realized as I was writing some of this stuff, my grammar was crap. Well, this is just what happens when I'm emotional. So on the Sunday, I was watching Prime Video YouTube, took a nap before the week 2 call. The week 2 was great. I volunteered first to speak, talked about what happened over this past week, and it did make me feel better. So that was week 2. Now let's chat about week 3, because week 3 was full on as well. Let me just go to it. Now this is when I stopped completely doing all of the 1, 2, 3 journals, morning and night, because it just became too confusing for me. So I take full accountability, all of that. So for Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, I was trying to prepare for myself for my course for that Thursday and Friday. So mostly I played my video game, watched Prime Video with South Park, which I haven't watched in ages, YouTube videos, Stan like with Catfish, RuPaul's Drag Race, and some Frasier, which is a really great series if you really want to watch it. Now Wednesday, it wasn't great though, because my anxiety was high, I had chills, felt a little bit sick, but I kept trying to sleep for my 2-day coaching on Thursday and Friday. So Thursday was the first day out of the 2, didn't sleep much at all, had anxiety throughout the entire night, and I think I only got an hour to about 2 hours worth of sleep, so you can see the adrenaline I was running on. So I had a shower, got dressed, put makeup on, already organized everything that I had already, and I left early, which was the perfect thing for my anxiety, because if you leave around 8, the bus is packed and the anxiety just go through the roof. So I left just before 8. Continuing on, so I got into the city, went to Daiso Japan and to Coles to grab some food for the next few days, and I grabbed too many treats, trust me, and I spent a week after eating them all. Went to my course, it went very well, had a few coffees to stay awake, had some food. Once I got home I was stuffed. I put off all my makeup as soon as I got home, chatted to mum when she came home, ate food, slept, and I was watching Frasier. So day 2, finally had great sleep. Day 2 and the final day of my job network course, which was fantastic. I did end up having a headache for most of all of the day. I did put on my makeup, put on some medicine in me, went back to Daiso Japan, and got some more food from Coles. Got there and he had 1 coffee because I just did not feel well for the whole day and I was getting so distracted. And then once it was done, I went straight home, which was great. And everything clicked for what I've been doing for the past 5 years with all of my personal development stuff, and it just clicked, which was fantastic. Saturday was mainly a rest day after the 2 days that I had, with having not much sleep, a lot of coffee, having headaches, not feeling that well, and I just needed rest. Now I did the same thing on Sunday. Rested because I just did not feel well at all, and I also noticed that when you have too much coffee in that, and this is a week after I had my period too, I noticed that I was bleeding for like nearly 3 days, but it was really light. It only really came out when I went to the toilet, but it's okay. And I didn't end up joining weeks 3's call because I was just too incredibly exhausted. Now week 4, and now I madly try to catch up on week 3's tasks, daily tasks, watch the mindset one, which was an amazing thing to watch because I really needed it, but by the end of it I got everything catched up, which was great. Let me get into, well, that's an error. So I already pressed it. No. This is, I did this one past this, right? So on week 4, on the Monday, I continued to rest because I still didn't feel well and I actually had a real headache that particular day. Let's go up. So most of it was mainly me joining Twitch streams, playing Final Fantasy, just so I can just rest. Some Frasier, mainly tried and get rid of my headache. Tuesday watched Big Brother 2020. That was an error on my part on there, but I did my job searches for a month, was fantastic. Catch up on work, listen to music, watch Frasier, YouTube, bed. On the last Wednesday, continue watching season 1 of Big Brother here in Australia. Try to really catch on everything in week 2 and 3. Thursday, continue to work on some work, cleaned off my phone, watch more Big Brother 2001. Mum and I, we had a massive chat about what was happening with my nan. So this is my brother's nan, and I chose to go out for a walk, which I did have some doubts, but I said to myself, what would Rebecca say to me? She would tell me to keep going. You got this, girl. So I did. I grabbed a bunch of shopping, which by the time I came home, I realized how hard it was to pull that trolley. But it was okay. Everything was done, so didn't have to do it the very next day. After that, I watched more Big Brother, continued getting crap off my phone, had dinner, Frasier, and then YouTube in bed for that Friday. Worked on week 2, getting that done. Watching week 1 and 2 Sunday Zoom call, which I did, which was amazing. Continued to play Final Fantasy, watching both of those calls, and played on my iPod. You can see just how incredibly, perseverance I was. Perseverance, or whatever it's called. Then after that, I try to do the rest of my week for work. I did complete everything else that day. Was thinking about doing more Demi Lovato stuff, but never happened. But kept watching season 1 of Big Brother and continued to watch YouTube. Saturday I stayed up until 1 a.m. but I did went back to bed at 7:55, and then I already got moving around 12:30. So continued to watch YouTube, Big Brother in the background as I was getting the rest of everything sorted. Laptop, YouTube, computer, doing work, trying to finish the entire course. And I was very frustrated. Had a fight with Mom, but did the rest of all of the catch-up work, which was great. Sorted that all out, which felt amazing. The final Saturday, which is the final day, catched up on everything. Monday got done. Saturday, unfortunately, did not get done due to because I felt very complicated to the question, but that was okay. Felt amazing, and I catched up on everything, which was fantastic. Joined the final call, which was fantastic. I felt fantastic. I felt great in. We got a new offer on the next round in October, which I did feel a bit down because I didn't have the money at the time. Now, unfortunately, because by the time that this completely ended, my coach took off the particular all of the particular steps and everything, so I couldn't complete everything. So that's why Sunday and the rest of Saturday is missing all on my Instagram. But I'm looking forward to round 4 in October. I'm looking forward to it so much, and I cannot wait for it again in 2022 because I'm doing another round for it. So anyway, that's basically the gist of the entire Inner Transformation course, which is basically a summary of all of May. But I did go out twice, maybe 3 times the entire month, which was fantastic, and a lot happened with my nan. So if you haven't seen the previous video, my nan on my mum's side has been very, very ill, and my nan on my brother's side of the family had surgery. Now, I'm going to explain that more in the health blog the 1st of June because I have a lot to talk to you guys about, and it's the biggest reason why it took me so long to really do this video, so I recommend you going to check that out. Now, this is it for this video because it's been way too long and I have to rest my voice for a little dick. But thank you all so much for joining me. All of my social media links are all down below, including all my socials, including all the YouTube series. Remember, the music that was played in this video, of course, will come out right after this video, and you get to see my end card, and you get to see a recent upload, and also the annotation to my reflecting playlist. Now, just one more thing before I go. Over this past month as well, I've actually rechanged my Tumblr links and everything. There's a new feel for it. I updated everything, so go check out that. That's on the top link, and also in the description with all my socials, and the end card has changed now. Through my previous videos that I recorded over the last couple of years, they will still have the exact same end card, but I chucked it into the description that has since changed. just to help everybody out, just to notice that. But thank you all so much for joining me. I love each and every one of you, and I'll catch you all for month talk of May, which we're already in 2 weeks in, but that's okay. I will see you for that video.